Apple raised prices on several Mac and iPad models this year, on some by as much as 20%. It said the reason was memory. The memory chips are getting more and more expensive everywhere. Then Apple did something even stranger. It went to Washington seeking assurances that it could keep buying the same memory from a company, a Chinese company which Pentagon has already flagged tied to China's military. The day that story broke, shares of other memory companies started falling, and that same Chinese memory company is now going in final stage of listing on the Shanghai Stock Exchange. So here's a real question. What does Apple already know about this Chinese memory company that the market just found out the hard way? And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why Apple is asking concession from Washington, and we'll see how a company that was losing billions 3 years ago became too important for Apple to ignore. And here's the part almost nobody's explaining right. There are two totally different memory businesses running right now. One is the exotic kind, feeding AI chips. Everyone is watching that one. Another one is the conventional memory in your phone and your laptop, and almost nobody is watching that one until now. And here's how most of the people are thinking about this. Apple is desperate to cut the cost, goes shopping in China, gets caught, and has to beg Washington for a favor. But that thing has a problem. There is a Pentagon list that flags this company as tied to the Chinese military, but that list only stops the Defense Department from buying, not Apple. So Apple isn't really blocked by this list. In reality, the list that could actually stop Apple is pretty different, much tougher one, run by Commerce Department, and this company isn't on it yet. So what's the Apple CEO really asking for? Not permission to start. Think of it less as a permission but more as an insurance. And here is why the distinction matters. Apple locks in supply chain years before a phone ever ships. If Washington changes the course halfway through, Apple can't just swap the suppliers overnight. The whole line stops. So Tim Cook isn't really asking to start buying. He's asking Washington for assurances it won't pull the rug out later. Which leaves us with one real question. What made this company worth asking for that kind of protection? Let's start from the beginning. Start with what happened to its bank account. In 2023, it lost close to 17 billion yuan, a little over $2 billion. In 2024, another 8 billion yuan lost. Then the first quarter of this year hit and everything changed. A year earlier, the same quarter was a loss. This year, 25 billion yuan, roughly $3.5 billion in profit. So how does a company grow from bleeding cash to that kind of huge profit so fast? Not really by out-engineering Samsung. I'm a semiconductor engineer working on a next generation of AI chips. And honestly, the real answer is more interesting than a breakthrough. It's a gap nobody else wanted. And here's exactly how they walked into it. This company cannot buy the most advanced chip printing machines. Export controls made sure of that. So it learns on an older brute force trick. Picture tracing a fine line with a marker that's too thick. One pass won't cut it. You go over it again and again, slightly offset each time until the line is sharp enough. Slower, more expensive, lower yields. But it works, and it's been standard in a memory manufacturing over a decade. So what actually opened the door? It wasn't these companies getting better. It was those memory giants such as Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron getting busier. All three pulling their best capacity towards that exotic high bandwidth memory feeding NVIDIA's AI chips, because that's where the real money is. Ordinary standard memory, the boring kind, it got left behind. This company walked straight into that gap. Its share of global memory market has nearly doubled in a year. Its profitability has closed sharply on the industry leaders. Not because it caught up on technology, because the market is playing in, nobody else wanted it anymore. They built the opening themselves. The export controls that locked China out of the advanced chips did exactly what they were designed to do. They kept this company out of the premium tier. But in doing that, they gave Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron every reason to walk away from ordinary standard memory and chase the high-margin business those same controls protected. Nobody forced them out of the bottom of the market. The economics did. And the space they left behind is exactly the space Apple needs filled right now. Because the same memory crunch that's pushing up the price of your MacBook is the one they created chasing AI memory. Washington built a wall to keep China out of the top of the market. What it actually did was hand China the bottom of it, uncontested. Now, do you think it's overblown? There's a real case for it. This company still makes the almost no AI memory, and its output is already committed years out. So even a green light from Washington won't flood the market overnight. There's a wrinkle here that almost too good. Some people in the industry suggest Apple's own hardball negotiating helps tighten the very shortage it's now trying to escape. But Apple has walked this road before. In 2022, it quietly tested cheap memory from another Chinese supplier. Congress objected. Apple backed off. Apple's defense: testing isn't shipping. But here's what doesn't change either way. If Washington says no, Apple keeps paying whatever the memory giants from Korea and US decide to charge, indefinitely, with no leverage. So whichever way this goes, the three-company memory world that stood for 30 years is already different. And that really matters beyond Apple. It's about who decides what's inside the device in your pocket and what you pay for it. So coming back to our main question, what does Apple already know? That the wall Washington built by sanctioning China only ever covered half the market. Apple just went and found other half that was left open. For more such AI insights which blend engineering and finance around semiconductor AI market, please like and subscribe. Thank you.